August 6, 1945, America dropped an atomic bomb on the Japanese city of Hiroshima. This incident, followed by the bombing of Nagasaki, has historians speculating the miscommunication of the word Mokusatsu over the years. Mokusatsu, a word that has since become notorious for causing the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. A word that has caused over 150,000 deaths and left several more people exposed to dangerous radiation. A word that started a non-ceasing global race for nuclear weapons. The Mokusatsu debacle has historians analyzing whether this catastrophe could have been avoided. On December 7, 1941, a fleet of Japanese aircraft attacked the Pearl Harbor base in Honolulu, Hawaii. The attack killed and injured over 3,500 people. The Japanese attack consisted of 408 aircraft. The next day, President Roosevelt addressed Congress asking for a declaration of war. This attack was the start of America's involvement in World War II. Over the course of the next 4 years, America fought and defeated Germany. However, Japan, an ally of Germany, refused to surrender and kept fighting with America. Americans had just defeated Germany, so they didn't want to have war with the Japanese. President Truman wanted to give Japan one last chance to surrender. Therefore, American President Harry Truman, United Kingdom Prime Ministers Winston Churchill and Clement Attlee, and Soviet Union Premier Joseph Stalin met on July 17, 1945 to August 2, 1945 at the Potsdam Conference to create the Potsdam Declaration. The Potsdam Declaration called upon the unconditional surrender of Japan. Americans had just broken secret Japanese codes and could decipher military and diplomatic cables. From what they understood, they knew that their demands for unconditional surrender may have been seen as a threat to the emperor.
The Potsdam Declaration called upon unconditional surrender. It was modified in the light of this, what we were learning from the intercepts, to read unconditional surrender of the armed forces of Japan.
Instead of calling Japan to unconditionally surrender, America broadcasted a modified ultimatum on July 26, 1945, asking Japan to unconditionally surrender all armed forces. The military press questioned the Prime Minister of Japan, Suzuki Kantaro, on his response to the Potsdam Declaration. He responded to the modified ultimatum by saying Mokusatsu, derived from the word for silence. His response was reported in the Asahi Shimbun, a Japanese newspaper, on July 28, 1945. The Japanese word Mokusatsu has many dictionary meanings. The Prime Minister's use of this ambiguous word has been theorized by historians. What he most likely meant was withholding comment. His response was mistranslated to kill with silent contempt. This was the world's most tragic translation. The ill-chosen translation of Mokusatsu makes historians question about the translator's capability. Historians also speculate that if Prime Minister Suzuki Kantaro had given a specific response like, "We have not reached any decision yet," or "I will have a statement after the cabinet meeting," the horrible consequences of the inauspicious translation could have been avoided. American officials were angered by the tone of the Japanese Prime Minister's comment. From that moment on, the bombing became inevitable. Barely a week after the Prime Minister uttered the word Mokusatsu, the city of Hiroshima was vaporized in a mushroom cloud, with the same fate befalling Nagasaki 3 days later. The first atomic bomb was dropped on August 6, 1945 at 8:15 and 15 seconds a.m. Hiroshima time from an American B-29 bomber. The bomb took about 45 seconds to explode. In only 0.1 seconds, the fireball had expanded to 100 feet in diameter, combined with a temperature of 500,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The mushroom cloud reached a height of approximately 2,500 feet. The luminosity of the fireball was equivalent to 10 times the brightness of the sun at a distance of 5.5 miles. The city of Hiroshima was instantly destroyed, and the people were vaporized. The effects of the bombings were not just short-term, they were long-term. The city was covered in a blanket of dangerous radiation that caused cancers and birth defects for many generations. The second bomb was dropped on Nagasaki on August 9, 1945 at 10:58 a.m. Nagasaki time. There was less destruction with the second bomb because it fell into a valley. In total, there were over 150,000 deaths and many more radiation injuries. In less than a month from the bombings, Japan surrendered. This brought an end to World War II. The ill-chosen word Mokusatsu and its mistranslation led to the disastrous consequences on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, a tragedy that went down in history. This chapter in World War II is an extreme example of cross-cultural communication blunder. Linguists across the globe have analyzed this catastrophic error surrounding the word Mokusatsu. The bombing started a global race for nuclear weapons. Several countries developed nuclear weapons in an attempt to become the leading power. The Non-Proliferation Treaty was signed on July 1, 1968. The NPT is a landmark international treaty whose objective is to prevent the spread of nuclear weapons and weapons technology, to promote cooperation in the peaceful use of nuclear energy, and to further the goal of achieving nuclear disarmament and general and complete disarmament. It started with 5 members and now has 191 member countries. The word Mokusatsu transformed the world of warfare as it unleashed the destructive potential of nuclear weapons. The aftermath of the nuclear war laid an essential foundation for the pursuit of nuclear disarmament. The United States stands true to this commitment of nuclear non-proliferation regime.